It's 7:42 p.m. You're standing in your kitchen eating cold. You make more money than ever before. So why does your life feel like it belongs to someone else? This is where it starts to feel uncomfortable. Because nothing is obviously you didn't fail. You followed the plan exactly. Study, work hard, say yes, get promoted, repeat. And somehow, you ended up here. Tired more often. This is not burnout. This is design. High salary, low freedom. That's the trade you accept. And nobody explains the trade before. You felt this before. That quiet thought you try to ignore. If I'm doing better, why does this feel worse? This is not a money problem. This is a structure problem. And once you see the structure, you stop. There are four forces controlling your life right now. Invisible but extremely precise. They don't feel aggressive. They feel normal. Force 1, income illusion, the most convincing one. You got a $30,000 rate, but after taxes, that's closer to 8. After higher rent, better car, small upgrades everywhere, that's less than what most people spend on eating out, subscript. This is where most people lose, because the number feels like success. Force 2, lifestyle lock-in. Slow, quiet, and you don't suddenly become reckless. You just upgrade your baseline. $1,200 rent becomes $1,800. Studies show people spend 60 to 80% of every extra dollar, and once your normal shifts, going back feels like losing. Not financially, psychologically. This is where it gets dangerous, because now your life costs more than your freedom. Force 3, time extraction, the most expensive. Your promotion didn't just increase your income. More meetings, more decisions, more thinking, even when you're not working. Harvard tracked executives across 60,000 hours, average over 60 hours per week, including nights, weekends, even vacations. This is not extra work. This is life real. You don't clock out anymore. And your brain keeps going. Force 4, delayed escape. The trap, the more you earn, the harder it becomes to leave, because your expenses follow your income. And your lifestyle follows your expenses. So your life becomes dependent on your job. This is not stability. You didn't just get richer. You got more expensive to maintain. Now let's make this real. Mark is 34, 2-bedroom apartment, $2,100 rent, car payment, $480 a month. He calls this normal because his Tuesday starts at 7 a.m., not with urgent coffee, Slack. By 10 a.m., he's already mentally tired. Meeting stack. His job is not physically exhausting. It's cognitively. 6:30 p.m. arrives. There's just one more thing. He leaves around 7:45. Later than dinner is quick, standing, phone in hand. You know this feeling. Your body. He checks email before bed. That's not discipline. That's pressure disguised as. Now meet Jessica. Same starting point, same opportunity. Different decision. She said no to the promotion, not emotionally. She earns $90,000, less than Mark. But her life doesn't depend on stretching that number. Her Tuesday ends when work ends. This is where most people stop thinking. They see, but this is where the real story begins. Because income is only one. Mark doesn't feel trapped because of his job. He feels trapped because of higher rent, higher expectations, higher baseline. Now his income is not optional, it's required. This is not success, this is dependency. And you felt this before. That not because you can't leave, but because your life can't handle it. This is where most people lose. They don't choose this. They drift into it. Now here's the psychology behind it. Your brain avoids loss. It doesn't prioritize freedom. Loss feels about even if that life is slowly taking your time away. Mark thinks he's building success, but he's building obligations. Payments, commitments, expectations, each small, together permanent. This is not spending, this is locking yourself in. And the higher his income goes, the tighter that system becomes. Now look at Jessica. She protected something invisible, but extremely valuable: her flexibility. Her expenses grew slower, and her time remained hers. This is where it gets interesting. Time is optionality. The ability to build something outside your job. Jessica has 10 to 15 extra hours per week. Over 10 years, that's over 7,000 hours. She builds something simple. Around 1,000, not fast, not perfect, just consistent. She invests most of it. At approximately 10% annually, that becomes over $300,000 in 10 years. Over $1 million in 20. This is not luck, this is math. Mark doesn't see this path because he doesn't have space to build. His job already took that space. This is where everything flips. Mark optimized for income. Jessica optimized for structure. And structure wins long term. %40 of people earning over $100,000, so income alone clearly isn't the solution. This is not a career problem. This is a game. You're playing for salary when you should be playing for control. Companies reward availability. They reward responsiveness. They reward people who say yes, because that increases output. But your goal is not output. Your goal is optionality. The ability to say no without your life. That's real wealth. Not your salary, but your independence from it. 5 years later, Mark earns more, but needs more. Jessica earns less, but keeps more time, more control. And control compounds faster than income ever will. Because time compounds at once. So here's the real question. Are you building a life that depends on your job, or a life that can exist without it? Because both paths look identical at the start, but they end in completely different places. One gives you a bigger salary, the other quietly takes your freedom. And the difference comes down to one: what are you optimizing for? Income. Or freedom? You already know the answer. The question is, will you act on it? If this changed how you see your life, subscribe. And tell me in the comments,